Hi, thank you for stopping by my channel. My name is Denise, and today I'm going to show you a very unique coloring book. Before I get into it, I just want to preface it a little bit. When I saw this coloring book on Amazon, I wanted to, of course, research if anyone else had done a flip through, because sometimes we don't want to buy a coloring book unless we really know what the pages are like or what the illustrations are like. I couldn't find anything. I searched, right, the usual way that we search our coloring books and flip throughs and so on. I think I'm the first one and only one to do a total flip through of this coloring book. So I'm thrilled. I mean, let's get into it. I need to premise a few things just before I get started on showing you this truly amazing coloring book. Anyway, we'll get into it. If you're not familiar with the work of, well, Sun Tzu, The Art of War, it's a popular book out there because it's a book that was written by a general. I'm going to say book, but no, they were strategies and wisdoms by a general from like the 11th century in China. And this wisdom has carried through all of these centuries to the modern day as we know it, because it's not just about military tactics. I mean, when you read it, it is. However, people have come to love this book because the wisdom can be applied to your everyday life, especially even in the workplace. My son is in the military and he loves this book, and he was telling me about it. He says, Mom, you never read that, The Art of War by Sun Tzu? And I went, well, no, I'm not really interested in that. And he said, no, Mom, you got to read it. He says, I live my life by that book. So I went, wow, okay. Well, so I got it on my Kindle because it was free. So when you go to looking for this book, if you haven't already read it, lots of people are familiar with these teachings. So they might have it in a book like this or on their Kindle, or they just go to the library. And this is only one of many covers. I just wanted to show you what I did and for the purpose of this video. All right, so having said that, I guess maybe one more thing is, like, if you read it, it looks like a thick book, but it's actually something that you could read right through in about a day or two. Okay, so they're pieces of wisdom and strategies. All right, so just to give you an idea about that, that's my receipt from the library, which is funny because it doesn't cost anything to get something from the library. All right, this coloring book was illustrated by Pete Cates. So again, I went on the hunt. Who was Pete Cates? He created a graphic novel based on Sun Tzu's The Art of War. And I'll just bring it up close here so you can see. So the illustrations are by Pete Cates, but I think he also wrote the dialogue in this graphic novel. This book, it's a hardcover if you're interested in also looking at the graphic novel, again, based, right, on the original teachings. This book is amazing. It's sort of bound in a thread. Like, I don't think the library did this. I think this is the way the graphic novel would come if you purchased it. I just, again, got it from the library because I wanted to know what I'm getting myself into moving forward. This graphic novel is amazing. I think I'm going to buy both of my sons a copy of this book, maybe for a Christmas present or their birthdays or something. And so I'm just going to quickly show you that I'm not doing a flip through of the graphic novel. Again, this was just a preface to when we get to the coloring book. So what Pete Cates has done is created, as you know, of what a graphic novel would look like. And the premise is the young boy that goes for martial arts teaching and trainings, and this is his instructor, because he refers to him as Sifu, and I think that's the Chinese word to indicate, you know, your master or your teacher or instructor. And so the young boy, you know, wants to start training. And Sifu says, well, hold on. Today we're not going to just dive into the sword training and all of those things. And the boy is thinking, what? And he says, no, you need to learn about the teachings and the wisdom of Sun Tzu first. And then the graphic novel then just sort of evolves around all of those teachings. So this is a nice book. Very nice book. I got it because I thought once I got the coloring book, I wanted to draw inspiration from the color palettes that Pete Cates uses. Okay, sorry for the long preface. Let's get into this. Again, because there was no flip through, I was still taking a chance that this coloring book would be something that I would be interested in coloring in. My friends, this coloring book is a high quality. It is beautifully crafted. So we see there the title, again, illustrations by Pete Cates. It is a thick book. The paper is thick, smooth. You could use a lot of different mediums on this if you so wanted to, so chose to. Here's the back of the book. And just this little blurb back here. This unique collection combines 50 quotes from Sun Tzu's timeless work on military strategy with dynamic illustrations by Pete Cates, award-winning author and illustrator of the Art of War graphic novel. Included are 25 artworks adapted from the graphic novel, alongside 25 new and exclusive illustrations. Bring the stunning full-page line art to life while reflecting on lessons from this ancient work of wisdom. And it is published by Thunder Bay Press. All right, so now I'm just going to begin. What else can I tell you about this book? Because I just want to put this in such a way that will be nice for you to see as I flip through. It is a soft cover, but again, the pages are thick. And even though I borrowed the graphic novel from the library because I knew I wanted color palette ideas, the coloring book actually has it as well. The contents, the table of contents follows the chapters as the original works by Sun Tzu. Not all of the images are like graphic war scenes. There's a few, all right, but you know, it is mostly what you might think of as ancient Chinese military sort of war scenes. But there are a few really beautiful pictures that come up later on that you will see. So even if you're not into military, but you really love coloring some beautifully crafted illustrations, you still might like this book. And you'll see if you stay with me through the whole flip through, and there are 136 pages, but I won't spend too much time yakking. Okay, I will start flipping through the pages without speaking too much so that you can make up your own mind if this is a coloring book that you would like for yourself or maybe someone else. I know we have a lot of male colorists out there who they don't want to color all the cutesy stuff that we like to color as females. That really, this is a coloring book that maybe would appeal to a larger audience than what we're sort of familiar with at this point. Anyway, here we go.